Let me catch up, man. Bro said, let me get a better Okay, wait. Where is Love Has Limits? Where is his explanation for anchoring the kick? Let's get to that. We got to find that. For good mixing, you got to understand the frequency spectrum. Facts. What frequencies affect that particular instrument and how to enhance the warmth without raising the volume. Yeah. Okay, so let me read that again. Let me read what bro said again. For good mixing, you got to understand the frequency spectrum. That is 100% facts. You got to get to know the frequency spectrum for sure. It's like if you go on a basketball court, you know where the 3-point line is, you know where the free throw line is, you know where the sweet spots are for the 2-3 zone. So it's like if you know the game, you know the game. The more you know the game, the easier it is for you to play the game. So right, when you're going into mixing, if you're going into mixing without understanding the frequency spectrum, 100%, that's first and foremost. You got to understand the frequency spectrum before you even touch nothing. And if you don't, listen to me, y'all. If you don't understand the frequency spectrum, the best way to get familiar with the frequency spectrum is by using an equalizer. Like the equalizer literally is the frequency spectrum. And so when in doubt, explore and discover before you go watch a tutorial, bro. I would rather y'all literally just open up an EQ and just explore and comb through all the frequencies, bro. You can't break your dog. You can't break the beat. Like, bro, that is the best way to really get familiar with the frequency spectrum. That's how I got familiar with the frequency spectrum, by exploring and discovering. 100%. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let's go ahead and just debunk this. Let's just go ahead and debunk this. Mixing as an engineer versus mixing as a producer, two totally different things. And so producers, y'all got to be careful going to go watch mix engineers give you tips on how to mix music, bro, because it doesn't apply the same way. It doesn't apply the same way. Mixing as a producer, and I've said this in many videos before, a producer that knows how to manipulate his own sound is way more valuable than a Grammy award-winning engineer. 100%, bro. A music producer that knows how to get to his sound, you know how to get to your sound, is way more valuable than Dave Pensado, is way more valuable than a Chris Laura Algie, than a Manny Marroquin, than a mix by Ali. But y'all be going to go watch these dudes looking for the answers that you can create within yourself, because they can't be activated until they get notes from you. They can't be activated until they get information from you. And so if you know how to get to where you want to go, practice within that, and you can be way more valuable than those guys. Because the difference between you and a Dave Pensado is they mix so many records that they can listen to your stuff and tell you like what's wrong with it and how to get to it, just off of experience, repetitions, doing it over and over and over. But when you watch these mixing videos, a lot of it for somebody who has an understanding of mixing, it really be confirmation. You'd be like, oh, I do the same thing. Like, bro, they're not doing anything different than you can do by exploring and discovering yourself. Like, you are the creative. You're the one that's in front of the vision. Like, they're getting it on the back end. So they're going to have to ask you questions to get information from you, or just take all the notes from the past experience, the mixing experiences they've had before, to try to apply to yours. But I guarantee you, if y'all go take y'all mixes, y'all songs, and go just blindly give it to an engineer and pay him, you're probably not going to like the mix, because they don't know the thought behind it. They don't know the thought behind it. They don't know to compress your kick or not. They don't know what frequencies to mix your bass guitar. They don't know if you want the guitar to sit on the top or at the bottom. They don't know if you want your beat to be drum dominant or melody dominant. They don't know if you want it to be sample dominant or you want that piano to sit on top of the mix. They don't know that. So your job is to know that. Your job is to know that. And if you don't understand the true identity of your sound, then you don't want to give it to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing about that is that mixing is a paid service. So unless you got a homeboy that's going to explore that with you, that's not going to last forever, man. So you're going to have to find your own sound at some point of your career, dude. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody stop. Hit the like button real quick. Put y'all questions in the chat. Hit the like button.